All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Expectation versus Reality. Now, you expect that I'm gonna sling my merch here at the beginning of the video, but in reality, I'll just wait to do it until the end. Let's begin with number 19. Something went wrong in the microwave. Expectations. Reality. Yeah, I don't... cooking something or baking something in the microwave doesn't seem like the best idea. Anything that has air bubbles or air pockets inside it, when you heat that up and it expands and you have a lot of those little air bubbles and they all expand, then things go kapoof. I don't even cook things and I'm aware of that happening. So yeah, that doesn't seem, it's probably why ovens exist. Not microwave ovens, just ovens. Just heat rather than the sciencey stuff. What you thought you'd look like. I mean, yeah, I suppose that's what happened. That's the difference between getting like a tailored fitted piece of clothing, which they obviously did for the model in the photo shoot, versus just ordering something online and kind of, you know, putting in your size. I don't know what dress sizes are. Isn't it just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? It just goes in sequential order. Whereas for men, it's like medium and large and small. No, for suits, they have a number and then it's like a short, tall or something like that. I don't know how any of the clothing stuff works, but it's got to be tailored regardless. Anytime that you get a suit, even if it's your size suit, you got to get it tailored if you really want it to work right. So it's just how it's going to go. Friend's parents tried to redo a Chewbacca cake they found on the internet for his birthday. And this is why sometimes it is better to pay an expert than to do it yourself. Because I guarantee you that the response from your child is worth the extra few bucks that you would have spent paying an expert baker to make the cake so it looked like that, instead of looking like Goatsy with eyes on it. Poor child. Poor child. They did put for illustration only, but I didn't see that buying them online. Quest Brownie protein bars. Okay, I'm mixed on this one. On one hand, yeah, I suppose that is the only image that they show on the box. But on the other hand, I guess I'm maybe more familiar with protein supplement products, especially Quest bars, because I've had Quest bars a million times. The unfortunate thing is there's something in them, I think it's the erythritol, that messes with my digestion. So if I eat too many, I start getting like gas and stuff. Anyway, too much information for your knowledge for it to have anything to do with this. But in any case, I'm very familiar with Quest bars and protein products as a whole, and they don't look like that. That's just illustrating the flavor, and it's the same sort of thing as if it was like a marshmallow and s'more kind of thing. It'll show a picture of marshmallows and s'mores, and you know it's a bar. It's not going to look like that. I guess the problem here is that this is sort of a rectangular kind of thing that could potentially go in the package that you're expecting to get, but it's not that. It's going to look more like a brick, and that's just how protein things are. So I'm mixed on this one. But that's more so just because I would know exactly what it was going to be. I don't know. When it comes to protein bars, you're not going to get a brownie that looks like that with frosting on it, dude. That's too good to be true. When something is too good to be true, it probably is. If only you could get one of these that was a mere 200 calories and had 20 grams of protein and no sugar. Just doesn't exist. It doesn't. Would be a shame if you expected a second layer. That looks delicious, and wow, look at that padding right there. My God, that's unbelievable. Oh, the deception. I'm so mixed because on one hand, yeah, I expected more, but on the other hand, I'm like, well, at least I'm not gonna eat 2 days worth of calories in this. So it goes both ways there. But yeah, wow, that is some misleading stuff. And it's not even, it's like, with chocolates, you're used to it being a pretty thin box, right? So it's not like anyone would be like, oh, I'm not gonna buy those because it's just this much chocolate. My friend's tattoo. Yeah, the tattoo is just not one where you want to have it be eligible for an expectation versus reality post. This seems like a scenario where if that was actually the comparison tattoo that you were going off of, it's great that you showed that to the tattoo artist, but you also should have seen the portfolio of that tattoo artist And if you saw the portfolio of that tattoo artist and it checked out and it didn't look anything like this, then you might have like a lawsuit on your hands if they didn't show you artwork that was actually theirs and sold you a permanent tattoo under the guise that they could execute false artwork. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. Bone-shaped paper clips. Oh, that's a bone, all right. That's funny. Oh, that's like an instance of just not quite doing enough Q&A. Oh, crappy design right there. You could almost forgive them except for the fact that in order to make the press or whatever goes into making paper clips, I'm sure it's pretty expensive to create the machinery to do it. So you would think they'd kind of do ample modeling and testing before they go that far, but maybe they really didn't until they sold it. And we're like, oh, you know what, nobody will notice until they've actually bought the package anyway. And maybe they'll think it's more funny than anything, so let's just stick with it. Maybe that was the point. Maybe the whole point was people will think that these are innocent, just like dog bones, and then they'll put it over and it'll be great. It will have total deniability, but I mean, it's not our fault that it looks like that after the fact. I ordered the banana split. I mean, assuming that that is what you received and you didn't, scoop off all the other stuff from the top of it. See, I wouldn't want chocolate dripping down all over the thing. That's just messy. I have no interest in that. You want to be holding on to chocolate getting all over your hands? No, you don't want that. But on the other hand, I mean, that's the color of what the actual part you're drinking is. So I'm kind of questioning it because there's enough room here to where I'm like, well, you could have had all that and just took a spoon and eaten it. I don't know that for sure. And they're doing you a favor by not including the chocolate dripping down, but then there should be a layer of chocolate in the middle. So that is missing. But if this is directly what you were served with none of the other stuff, it's kind of like when you order an ice blended or a frappuccino and you ask for whipped cream and they don't give you the whipped cream, you usually just ask for it. So it seems like something that could be solvable. My aunt tried to make a cake of Dolly Parton for a friend. Oh boy. See, you can't really fault her for not making it turn out like this, because this is, in order to out of fondant make something look like this, that's a lot of years of experience and pretty difficult to do. But the rest of the cake also just looks like a complete and utter mess. Like, I'm sorry. You could have done better on that part, but there is no way, without you being an expert with like all the tools in the world, you're gonna recreate that. That was a case of overestimating your abilities. They're like, I don't even fault you for that. If I attempted to recreate the fondant figure, it would probably look no better than that. Like, how did I fall so far? I went into it with such a good vision in my head. How did it end up looking like this? Where did I go wrong? I went wrong in even trying it in the first place. When your expectation turns out to be a horror. If Sully had actually looked like this in Monsters, Inc., then I guess it's a spoiler alert, but maybe they actually would have gotten a scare out of Boo, rather than the reaction not being that of being scared. If that's a spoiler for Monsters, Inc., well, you should have watched it by now. It's a good movie. Pixar tends to make good movies, so you kind of probably realize that. Sully is not that terrifying. But it's funny, because what you've essentially created is what all the monsters kind of hope to achieve, but just haven't done so. What you think you look like versus what you actually look like. So proud to call the last diver my fiance. Okay, so what do you think you look? Oh, that's pretty impressive. That just looks way too small to be able to fit through. That's pretty good. Yeah, I don't think I could manage that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Damn, that's pretty impressive though. That's like a trick right there. You know how octopus can supposedly fit through some kind of minuscule thing? Like, that's kind of what's going on here. And it's, yeah, I probably wouldn't commit and go vertical enough. So no fault of the second person. Taken from Twitter. Got me looking like a gay priest. I don't know why. Wait, why is it like a Gay priest. I don't actually understand. But is it just like the outfit would be more worn by someone who is gay? I'm confused. But this is just a bizarre outfit to begin with. It kind of looks like what it is. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, it's slightly bigger, but that is what you bought. You did buy a bizarre, what looks to be something that you would only see on a runway. Nowhere else. This is not fit for human consumption. This is only fit for consumption of runway models. And like, I don't know where you expected this to go, but it's a little longer. Yeah, but I mean, you got what you bought. So it's just going to look weird unless you are a runway model at a photo shoot. I don't think many people could pull that off. From a French Airbnb alternative. Oh, it's gonna, yep, that. Wasn't there one of these exact things that was like in China? The clever perspective, the confusing perspective, that other subreddit that we've checked out recently. Yep, can't always trust the photos, nope. And why is it an Airbnb alternative? Because Airbnb like screens the photos more or something, so they couldn't get away with this? I don't know. Utterly impressive birthday cake from my mom. That's really good. Yeah, obviously your mom has a lot of experience and is like a professional baker or something like that, because that's truly fantastic. So I'll be honest, there's no way that was a surprise. I mean, the expectation versus reality was probably pretty on point. She wasn't just like, oh, by the way, son, did you know, or by the way, son or daughter, did you know that I'm actually really fantastically good at baking and using fondant and wow, I somehow never knew that throughout the entire course of my life. Like, no, this was definitely a known quantity here, but still very impressive. Very impressive. Tattoo artist for the win. Glad the tat man knew what I was getting at. What the? Wow, yeah, you're lucky you got a good artist there as opposed to the rose person, because the way I interpreted this, it looks like a guy who's like sticking his arms up to the side and has Minnie Mouse or Mickey Mouse sitting on his head holding a magazine. Like, that's what I'm getting out of that. Kudos, tattoo artist, because it would have been like some dude shrugging, like, why the hell is Mickey Mouse waving a magazine on top of my head? I don't understand what's happening. I'm so confused. So good. It's a way better execution. Like, why would you ever want to get a tattoo of that? Bizarre. All right. My God. Ah. See, sometimes the artist it can go the other way, and the artist really exceeds the sample that was provided. Tried making the Momofuku milk bar cake. I think you did a pretty good job, and that looks actually super delicious. And what's his name? David Chang, I think. He's the one who founded Momofuku. Never been to one, but he opened up a restaurant in LA recently, and I've been meaning to try it, but it's very hard to get reservations because a lot of people want to try it. But that looks, hey, I guess you don't even need to go. You can just make the food yourself. So congratulations to you. That looks, I want it. Really, I want sweets and cake. And the top post for the past month, the top is pottery that my mom got in Germany. The bottom is my attempt to make it in my ceramics class. Sideways frowny face. Well, I mean, yeah, you're not gonna be as good as a person who has probably been doing that for 50 years. That'd be like me in my elementary school art class trying to paint the Mona Lisa or something. Like, it's not gonna go well. And as a small kid, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I can do anything. I could paint something amazing like the Mona Lisa, and then I hold it up and I'm like, that looks great. And then I put it next to the Mona Lisa and I'm like, no, that's not gone well at all. I've overestimated my capabilities here dramatically. I'm gonna reevaluate what my career is gonna be in the future. But hey, I bet you that the person who made that bird, there was a time in their life that what they made looked like your duck bird down there. So practice makes perfect. Just got to stick with it over time. That guy, it's not the first time that dude's made some pottery. Guaranteed. Anyway, that's it. Hopefully you've enjoyed the last month of Expectation versus Reality. Make sure to like if you liked. I got to sling my merch. represent.com/CaptainSparklez. Limited time only. We're really reaching the end, so if you're interested, check it out, link in the description, and subscribe if you're not already. Music in the background, link in the outro, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.